time for another realm review. In the previous update, Spectyte sucked ass. The testing one. So, all that red crap up there. Is that like the end of the realm or something? I don't know. It's weird. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how it goes here. Because this should be Spectyte's track, man. This kind of debuted in this one, right? Debuted. Good job, man. Talking's hard. Pretty sure it debuted in this one. Did Nolo go into the... Oh yeah, he did Metro and then this came after Metro. So yeah. I'm pretty sure this debuted in Pipeline. Look, it's not perfect, but it's actually so far one of the best handling cars that I've driven. Although that doesn't say much, because some of the other ones I've tested have been quite horrendous. But yeah, this thing's driving quite nicely. I'm a big fan. It's not having correction issues like some of the other cars. And I think that that's vitally important. It is still an ugly dune buggy. It has no place in accelerators. And that's why I won't spend, what is it, $100 for one of these? No way, man. I ain't buying a Spectyte. It's gonna be Spectyte and Flathead Fury are gonna be the two accelerators cars that never get probably RDO8 as well, just because they're just not worth the price. I have a chicane and reverb, but I already had those. You know, normally I do poorly here, and today is no exception. I have a cat at my feet. I forgot to shut the door. This is great. What are you doing, weirdo? Here's me like, oh man, I wish this cat wasn't in the shot, and then all the fans like, cat, 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 cat. Like every single viewer, cat, 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 cat. Like, it's the internet. People love cats. They can't see you, Corin. You're not in the right spot. Alright, it's gonna be a rough landing. Where is bounce? That's weird. It's awkward to look inside like an open top car like this and be like, oh, there's nobody in this car.
There's nobody driving these cars!
I gotta save my nitrox because, like, obviously, like, this isn't too bad a time. Like, I've had some bad times before, and this isn't the worst. I'd love to actually go back and compare and be like, oh, what was my fastest pipeline? Because these are blind runs, like, in the fact that, like, I don't do this multiple times until I get a run I'm happy with. I just go for it, man. The majority of the time, I've never even driven the car since, 100% of the time, I haven't really driven the cars since the update. Oh, there's like a few Crazy 8s Cove-Wide. I've driven them since the update, and that's purely for being for like one video. I gotta save my nitrox for the end, because that wind tunnel's awful. Like, it stopped Slingshot dead. Where's the end of this crap? Catching air there is probably not ideal, but whatever. We did it. Speed-wise, this isn't awful. Yeah. It's a decent car. It's much easier to control than it was in 4.0 in the dev build, so I'm very happy with that. See how well it goes for the end here. Come on, don't slingshot, don't slingshot, don't slingshot, speed up, yeah! 523 is not that bad for this vehicle, in my opinion, but I could be wrong. Just Squiddo. Nice. Also nice. Alright. It lands like crap. Actually, no. This has really sturdy landing. I don't know how suspension or whatnot works in this game, but it seems like it has really good suspension. It seems like a bit more of a grip car than a drift car, which is perfectly fine. We don't mind having a few of those. However, this is one of the few cars in this game that I would be like, yeah, this needs to be a drift car, but this little RC car just kind of sucks at drifting. Oops, I want to be rolling forwards. Hey. So, we're gonna stop driving this like a drift car on this track. We're gonna drive it like a grip car. Just trying to drift it back there kind of threw me off the edge. Get a little bit of a drift in, but the thing is it has to be a pretty tight corner. And it just sucks. Brakes are so nice. Oh my god, ready? Oh, stops. So good. This is the car you want for a go-to-way. I don't know if they have that outside of Australia. It just sucks for drift though. Don't, or at least medium drifts. Like I haven't taken it to cliffside yet, obviously. Okay, so it's not a drift you can hold, but you can like sort of sneak in like a partial drift into a corner, as long as you're not trying to hold it for the corner. It's when you try to hold it that this drift goes wrong, and that's fine. As I said, it is more of a grip car. Because drifting just sucks in this vehicle. It's so good for its center of mass. It lands nicely. Outside of its drifting issues, this car is actually really nice to drive. See, like it just overcorrects too easy. Such a good center of mass, though. Just a beautiful drift car with nutty brakes. Big fan. Yeah, I got my timing all wrong there. That's not too bad. Almost a second late, but not that bad. Now, I feel like with this thing's insane center of mass, I'm confident that I can just floor it here and be okay. Oh, like it wasn't perfect because I come off that jump a bit like wonky, but Jesus Christ, this thing has a beautiful center of mass. If you're struggling with a jump, this is the car you want. Loops though, not so much. We're just gonna crash the game. It's fine. I don't want to wait the extra 30 seconds to not crash the game. But I just want to fucking try this again. This is so good. Ready, and boom. No swerve, nothing. She just survives. Now, it does have that little bit of an issue with the loop, or it did before anyway. Here, it's kind of running quite smoothly. I think just slow down for the loop. Ooh, there you go. There's your pull. There's your pull. Ha! ERN, emergency reverse nitrox. It is... Oh, it's such a good car. It's so sturdy. Like, Oh my god, am I happy with how sturdy this is. Oh, and it held that drift very nicely. Probably has a little too much speed for its own good. That's my opinion on it. I don't want an RC car that does 300 k's per hour. Whoa! It seriously just... Other than that one time in the water realm, every time it's flipped, it's just auto-corrected to its wheels so smoothly. And it just stops bouncing. It is such a heavy base. This is exactly what I feel the Aura 2 should have for a base. Alright, we have fallen off, unfortunately. It's not a good drift car. I will admit that. It kind of sucks for drift, okay? You can do it. It's just not good. It's not controlled enough for what you would want out of a drift vehicle. The model looks so good. The little dash, the little camera in there. Oh my god, can we... Oh, we can sit in the seat. We can look at the little camera. Oh. I'm just gonna do this while I... This is such a good in-car view. This is a great model. The car is beautiful in everything but drifting. It is just not a drift car. And that's... Look, as much as I think that this should be a drift car over anything else, everything about it is running so perfectly, I don't even care. Make this a grip car. Like, making this a grip car is not a problem because it is just such a beautiful vehicle to drive. Even in first person, like, oh. Like, this is one of my favorite cars in the game. Like, it's not as fun as Drift Tech, but it's really fun. And the heavy base end with the like heavy center of mass, oh, scary. The heavy base end with the heavy center of mass works so well for this car. I really have trouble faulting it outside of drifting. And the fact that it is ugly. It is like, this is a really nice model. The interior looks beautiful, but it's based on a very ugly vehicle. I don't know where I am now. I think I'm off the track. If I was to... Yeah, I'm very off the track. Rough. But yeah, this is beautiful. Its suspension is just wonderful. Look at this, just smooth. Absolutely smooth. No bounce to the landing. It is so flawless and just pristine when it hits that boom. We're going to nitrox our way off here just to reinforce how pristine that drop is. Even in first person, this thing just won't bounce. So much control. I am unbelievably happy with this vehicle. It is great every aspect except for drift. And just don't drift it. It's fine. This is a brilliant vehicle. This is up there on Drift Tech level. Like, this is great work to the dev team. I'm very happy with this one, and that's saying a lot because I really don't like Spectyte.